So I've been meaning to make this video for a few weeks now, but I keep on getting distracted and I always end up doing something else. But basically, I wanted to talk about lucid dreaming because this is something that I used to be really into, but over the past few months I've started slacking quite a lot, really. Typical P, I guess. But yeah, so basically, for those of you who don't know what lucid dreaming is, it's basically when you are dreaming and you become aware of the fact that you are dreaming. And then when obviously you're aware that you're dreaming, you can then start to control your dreams. When you can control your dreams, then that's just like amazing, because you can do pretty much anything you want. So yeah, so basically the way that I tend to sort of go about this, or rather the sort of the methods that I use are fairly sort of common methods, really. I mean, the first and probably the most important one is I think anyways, to keep a dream diary. Now the best way to do this, in my opinion, is to just keep a notepad by the side of your bed every day, and obviously a pen or whatever. And as soon as you wake up, just write down everything that you can remember about your dreams. I mean, you don't have to write an essay or anything, but just, write a few lines or a few things to sort of jog your memory when you go to look at it later on in the day. Because they say that, I think they say 90%, 90% of your dream you forget within 10 minutes of waking up. So it's very important to actually write down your dreams, so that when you look at them later on in the day, it brings back your memory. And the second most important thing is reality tests. Now, I've seen quite a few videos where people have different reality tests, but I'll explain a couple of reality tests that always seem to work for me. Although my favourite ones, the ones that I like to use. So basically, the two that I like to use are, one of them involves checking light switches. Now I know that this might seem quite strange, but one thing that I always try to do, and as I said, I've been sort of slacking in this a lot lately, but one thing that I try to do is if I'm leaving a room, I'll always switch the light switch, just to check that the lights are working. I mean, obviously, there's a time and a place to do this. Probably not the best idea to do it in, if you're in public or when there's lots of people around, because you probably just look really strange. But yeah, the whole point in this is that it's kind of training your mind so that when you are asleep, or when you are dreaming, sorry, and you are in a room in your dream, when you're awake, if you teach yourself to check these light switches, then when you are dreaming and you are in a room in your dream, you will consciously go and try to check the light switch. And in the dream world, or in your dreams, light switches never work. You can switch the button and the lights won't go up and down, because that's just the way it is. And so that can help trigger you to become aware that you are dreaming, which is obviously one step towards actual proper lucid dreaming, where you become aware, or after you've become aware, and then you can then go and control your dream. The next reality test that I like to use is looking at digital clocks, and they have to be digital clocks, like that one, for example. Because the thing is, when you're dreaming, if you see this, you will not see that in your dream. All of these lights will be all like messed up and stuff in your dream. So if you try throughout the day to look at digital clocks, then if you see a digital clock in your dream, you will know that you are dreaming, if the clock is all messed up. So yeah, I can't really stress the importance of reality tests. They are extremely important, and those are the two that have tended to work the best for me. I mean, I've tried a few others, but on the few occasions that recently that I have had lucid dreams, it's been when I've seen clocks in dreams, and the clocks, excuse me, are all messed up, and I've suddenly thought, hey, I'm dreaming. And a couple of times I've tried to switch lights on in dreams, and the lights wouldn't come on, and then I suddenly, it clicked in my head. It acted as the trigger in my head, and I suddenly became aware that I was dreaming. So yeah. So as for my own sort of experiences, I've become lucid, or I've become aware that I'm dreaming a lot more times than I've actually been able to then control the dream. It seems that once you become lucid, that's only one, that's sort of the easy of the two parts. I found that the hardest part is actually being able to control yourself in your dream once you become aware that you're dreaming. Otherwise, it's kind of just, or if you're just in normal lucid mode when you're dreaming, it's kind of like you're just a sort of an observer, sort of watching yourself. You are aware that you are dreaming, but you can't control yourself. So it's kind of a strange. I mean, it's a different sort of feeling. It's a good feeling in a way, but yeah. I mean, I can't really say how amazing it is when you actually do have complete control over your dreams, and you can then start, flying around and going into space and doing anything that you want, pretty much. It's pretty amazing. Now I know that it comes a lot naturally, natural lucid dreaming comes a lot more naturally to some people than it does to others. I mean, I don't think that it comes naturally to me. I mean, I've spoken to a lot of people who've said, without even realizing what it is, who've said, oh yeah, I can control my dreams all the time and stuff. I mean, I don't know whether they're just lying or exaggerating or something, but it does seem to me that it does come easier to some people than it does to others. But yeah, if you've never ever lucid dreamed, or you want to get into it, I strongly recommend that you try, because it's a really rewarding thing to do. And being able to actually control your dreams is, it's just amazing, because, well, it just is. So yeah, so if anyone has any tips, advice, or wants to share their own experiences, or if anyone has any reality tests that work for them, which they think might work for me, then yeah, let me know. So yeah, cheers.